Good evening, everybody. It's Saturday night. Once again, it's Romhack Races Week 202 tonight, live from the Motor Skills Civic Center. It's no Jonathan. We got a level from Orca BLN. Nice to see everybody. Please make some noise by posting some emotes in chat. I hope you're doing really well. Welcome to Romhack Races. If you have just stumbled in off the street, you don't know what we're doing here. We do these every Saturday night. You're here just in time. This is a fresh, new Super Mario World Kaizo level. Nobody's ever seen it before except for the testers, of course, and the maker that made it. The racers are just going to have to use all their skill, wits, knowledge, and sight reading skills to get through something they've never ever seen before. It's a race, but we're here to support everybody. This is tough players versus tougher levels, and we'll see who comes out on top. This is, in particular, a really tough one tonight. Rated by our testers, Darkenide, Mithrillionaire, RB Pimlico, and Ampersam. Length of longest section tonight, rated 6 out of 10. Complexity, most complex trick to figure out, rated 7 out of 10. And hardest trick to execute, rated 8 out of 10. We know that Orca doesn't mess around and makes some really, really difficult kind of item abuse, flow combo sort of stuff. So I'm excited for big things here and big plays from the racers. We've got 9 brave souls who have signed up tonight. 4 of them on the screen right now. Nathan MG, B2DE, 81, Jank Pickle, and Revelug. We got testers. I'm sorry. We got the scouts, Darkenine, Kelgan, Starlord, who will be letting us know if anybody takes the lead or the position changes, so we can rotate everybody on the restream and you can see it all. I'd also like to, of course, to shout out Dr. No, who is always helping out on the business end of things, doing the restream, keeping us all in line on the Discord server, and of course D to the 4th. She's always helping out too, making ASM and cool code for us, crowd control packs, making the website, running the leaderboard, and you can check that out with exclamation leaderboard in chat. By the way, we do have a website, romhackraces.com. Get this patch, play the level for yourself if you want to. You don't have to race. Get all the rest of the levels from all the other 201 weeks that we've had, and jump on our Discord if you want to just kind of chat with us, talk shop, and hang out with the Romhack Race community. I'm glad that you are here. I'm GlitchCat. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play tonight. If you have any questions, please ask. I've got it's fine. I got chat open. I can read that. I'm gonna try to explain the tech a little bit, but if there's something I didn't cover or something went by too quick, please feel free to ask. There are no dumb questions here as long as you want to learn about Kaizo. Oh, we're up to 13. Urgent memo. Yes, we got 13 brave racers in chat, and this is going to be a tough one. So we'll see how they do. Just like most Romhack Race levels, 2 things factor into the narrative, you could say, of the race. Consistency and one-shots. You're going to hear me say it over and over again. This is for the benefit of those that are new. With this very high difficulty, consistency might matter a little bit more, right? You get a one-shot on an obstacle, you get knowledge, you know what's coming up, you might lock in progress with a checkpoint, but in order to keep getting tries at the obstacle you need to pass, you have to be consistent at the obstacles leading up to that, starting, of course, with like the very first one. So with a really difficult 8 out of 10 execution in this level, consistency at what you've already learned might count for a little bit more than a one-shot, given the difficulty of each individual trick. However, that would also mean that a one-shot on some obstacle is going to be really important. So watch for those, because a really clutch one-shot could turn the tide or get some racer more knowledge about what's coming up in a section. So if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask. A little bit of lineup change here at the start. We got Quiet Mason, B2DE, Jank Pickle, and Revelug. No Jonathan, the level from Orca. Thank you for racing. Thanks for hanging out in chat. And let's go. We are off and running here. So, okay. Wow, okay. All right. Quiet Mason, real fast out of the gate. Quiet Mason, Jank Pickle, B2, and Revelug. Now, I'm sure these racers probably know, have seen. Orca is a maker that we know their style. They have a style, and you're always trying to flip the script on everybody a little bit. But this we know what maybe to expect a little bit from Orca. Starting off with good bounce combos. Oh, I see what's going on there. Oh, it's neat. Keep your eye on Revelug in the lower right. Have you noticed what's going on here? That's pretty cool. There is a slope. That's pretty wild. So these timed platforms, carrot platforms, they look like little carrots, green on top, orange on the bottom. They have a timer. When the timer expires, the platform falls. And apparently, I didn't know this, apparently when a falling platform contacts a slope, it will like reverse its direction like that. Normally the platforms just want to keep falling forward, but the slope causes them to double back. Slopes in Mario World are very strange, and I think this is a brand new vanilla property that I didn't know about at all. Here goes Quiet Mason, look out. Yeah, Quiet Mason in the upper left and Revelug in the lower right, making the most progress right now. Yeah, get your favorite slope emote in chat. Don't get too tilted. If you get the slant of my joke there. Yet another entry in the illustrious career of slopes. Super Slope Muncher kind of kickstarted a thing. Quiet Mason, though, making good reads. So here, the spring down, and now Quiet Mason is on a read right now, and they can't get the spin. So a little bit of kind of, I wouldn't say, kind of basic platforming here, but with a really cool twist of the slopes. Players just want to figure out when the platform is going to fall, kind of get an intuitive sense of that timer, so they know when to jump and when to move. The mole at the start wants to chase forward, and so just by keeping to the right there, the players are bringing that mole for the next jumps. Pokies, obviously, spin jump only, or you will die. And here goes B2. Oh, yeah, but needs the spin jump. You are allowed to do either jump you want off of a spring. You could spin or you could regular jump. And here goes Quiet Mason. Oh, on a read. Now, what are they going to do? Oh, their player for all they died. And B2 with that same opportunity. So getting past that spring obstacle. Idea there is to bring the spring along and then toss it onto that white line. That's a 1F0 or a magic sprite levitate. Oh, sorry, it's not even a line. It's just death blocks there. Toss that spring into the little platform, and then while bouncing on the spring, you can grab the yellow shell, rising from that with a spin jump into the next sequence. So really, it's who's going to be able to get past that right now, and this is where consistency comes into play. There are more than these racers. We have 13 total tonight, and we're rotating people in as they make progress, and it could be Nathan, MG, in the lower left. You see how that works? And now the scouts have informed us that Nathan could be en route for a big clutch moment, so we've brought them in, hopefully to see that live. Nathan, whoa, with this big consistency and the P-Speed loop around section. So this is a kind of an interesting thing about carrot platforms. I guess other platforms in general, the gray falling platforms. Here goes Revelug, lower right. Oof, couldn't catch it. But on carrot platforms, you have the ability to generate P-Speed by running in place. The weird thing about P-Speed is, like, if say Mario were on like a treadmill, just imagine a treadmill running in the opposite direction. If Mario just runs in place on that treadmill, he will generate P-Speed. And so there's a similar sort of thing going on. Nathan prepares for another chance, lower left. Similar kind of thing going on, well, not right there, but you're preserving the P-Speed when you get there. But by having those two platforms stacked together, you have a little bit more of a landing and a runway so you can turn around and keep that P-Speed. But it also would be possible to stack two platforms together in the air and let the player get P-Speed that way. Quiet Mason looking for that chance. Okay, here it goes. Quiet Mason now. Do they see what they need to do? They do! Quiet Mason in the upper left. And that is really big progress. Revelug looking for that same opportunity. Didn't get it, though. So see the difference now. Quiet Mason with a little bit of a one-shot gives them a little bit more of an advantage in terms of knowledge. But Nathan picked up that same advantage, so it's Quiet Mason and Nathan now. You could say they're tied. I always tend to judge, in races like this, I always tend to judge who is technically in the lead. And remember, the lead can change on a dime. No lead is safe from a good one-shot. But who is in the lead is the player with the most knowledge. The player who has simply seen the most of the level. In especially sight reading Kaizo, knowledge is real big power. So go to your local library today. Revelug, trying to check out a book on P-Speed. Yeah, needing to, oh no, run back and forth. Yeah, so the idea there, we got You Fail Me in the upper right, trying for it now. The idea at that small 2 tiles, at 2 or 3 tile place, if you were to just run ahead, you would lose your P-Speed. The idea with Mario World P-Speed in a nutshell is that turning around while you're touching the ground will cause friction, and it will take your P-Speed and you won't have it anymore. You'll have to re-get it again. But here we go, Revelug in the lower right. You want to turn around in the air. So in order to maintain P-Speed, if you have P-Speed, you jump off the ground. Now you can change your left-right direction in the air, and that's what they're trying to do there. Quiet Mason didn't quite get it because they didn't extend the jump far enough. You need a little bit of horizontal motion in the air to kind of keep your P-Speed active. So the players at that point need to make jumps that swing very far out from the edges of that 2-tile gap so that they land at a very sharp diagonal. Think of it like you just want to stay in motion. You know, you always want to hit the ground running, you know. Fed to the rules, hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Come on, you know the song. Think of P-Speed preservation as always try to hit the ground running as much as possible, really running. And so if a player misses that, they didn't quite get enough horizontal, didn't get enough glide in their stride. Common problem in the early 1930s. Yep, every time you think of P-Speed preservation, just think of Smash Mouth, and you'll be an all-star. So again, here we go. Remember I was talking about consistency. Revelug, Nathan, Quiet Mason, I think You Fail Me too. They all know what comes after that 2-tile spot. But how consistent can they be at these tough obstacles ahead of time in order to keep farming attempts? That's the idea here, right? If you get 1 attempt a minute on an obstacle, but your opponent is getting 1 attempt every 15 seconds or so, they're just going to get more chances than you. You might not need all those chances. You might only need 1. But check out how that dynamic affects the narrative of the race. Here goes Jocko, EX in the upper right, and Jank Pickle back in the lower right, trying to make moves for that first checkpoint. We haven't seen what comes up, but here goes Nathan straight into the death blocks. That's a tricky section. They're grabbing Cape with P-Speed, and that is the check to make sure they still kept it through this 2-tile obstacle, because only with P-Speed will they get flight when they touch that feather, and there's no other way to do that. They just had to have brought their own P-Speed from home. You know, you can save a lot on expensive store brand P-Speed by generating it yourself at home. Takes a little bit more work, but it's satisfying, just like our grandparents used to. All right, you know this is a tough level tonight. Once Forever, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Romhack Race's Saturday night sight reading Kaizo race. No checkpoints yet. We're about 10 minutes in, but everybody looking for a little bit more progress deep in this tough section. Jocko, EX, check the upper right. I see everybody's problem. The platform, right? You want that platform to catch up with you. It's going to slide off the line, and then it's going to fall. And when it does, you want to jump and land on it in midair and then get up and over so you can get to the next part. But it falls at sort of an awkward time. It's deliberately awkward in order to be sort of a challenge. But figuring out how much height to take on each jump. Remember, we have to land running, so that means a sharp angle. And a sharp angle needs big jump height in order to get that sharp angle. But big jump height might misalign the player when the platform finally falls. So there's a really subtle amount of articulation that's going on there. You don't have to do full jumps at the back and forth part. It just kind of helps. And these are sort of subtle things that makers like Orca and 6 and 7 out of 10 levels in general tend to challenge. That it's not always, for example, a full jump, or it's not always a no boost jump where you don't hold the button at all. It's sometimes in between, and it can be in between position, in between timing. That's sort of in the middle. What it's challenging players to do is play with a lot of nuance. To be able to have internalized. Really, the expert level like this is asking you, how much nuance have you been able to internalize? Can you just do whatever type of jump is needed? Big jump, small jump, whatever it is. Just, you know, basically when the level says jump, do you say, how do I do that? Or do you say, how high and what trajectory? You know? Nathan, MG. Oh, no. Ceiling death blocks. But that is just a little bit farther. This is tough because, remember, they have to get here to figure this out. And they might not actually know. Sometimes at a glance, these obstacles aren't necessarily clear. And so you want to get here just to figure out what you do at all. Quiet Mason. Ooh! Oh, that's a rough one. Quiet Mason. They did everything right there, but they touched the cape at a weird moment in their jump. Yeah, and they got a little bit of lift off of that. I think they grabbed the cape while falling down, and that starts you out in an auto lift. Kind of unfortunate that would kill them, but that's how it goes. I think right now it's the racer who figures out how to do that left and right obstacle. That seems to be the point of contention for everybody. Nathan seems to have a pretty good idea, but getting your left and right run cycle to align with the platform falling in a good way, that seems to be the hang up right now. And it's the racer that's either going to get through that once in one shot, you know, or get a really not need a lot of attempts at the later part, or it's the racer who's going to get really consistent with that trick enough to get a lot of attempts at what's coming up. Basically, it's like, do you need a lot of tries at the end? If yes, then you must be consistent in order to get there, because you won't get through otherwise. If no, then you can screw up the first part more, provided that you get that one shot when the time comes. So who is it going to be, right? Is it going to be the consistent player, or is it going to be someone who didn't get there a lot but had a really clutch moment? I'm going to say 9 times out of 10. I would say maybe 60 to 70% of the time, it is the racer who just gets the most tries and is consistent. One shots don't win that much, but they can really make the difference. Think of consistency like your standard combat damage, you know? Consistency is just like how much damage, you know, combat damage you're dealing. And think of one-shots like a critical hit. They're bigger, and they could count for a lot, but you don't get them as often. It's a little bit tougher. And here goes Nathan. Whoa. I think that Nathan MG in the lower left-hand corner of your television screen has figured out what to do here. So keep your eyes down there. They have an interesting capture, different color capture, and yeah, that is progress. I haven't seen any other racer get to that point, but Jank Pickle might be able to pull it off. So this puts Nathan in a dangerous spot, right? On the one hand, they have more knowledge than the other racers on the field, right? On the other hand, they have to get back there in order to capitalize on it. While they're trying to do that, that leaves the door open for anybody else. This is a decidedly expert level here tonight. So there is a lot that is assumed on the part of the player right off the bat, you know. You show up at an advanced calculus astrophysics class and they're not going to tell you basic facts about the sun, you know. They assume you already know that. B2. That is a good question. Yo, look out, Quiet Mason! Oh, they know it. Oh, they know it. Now, this is where it gets dynamic. I'll explain that answer in 1 second. Nathan MG versus Quiet Mason. Watch the left side of your screen. Here's the dynamic. They both are pretty much tied for knowledge. Quiet Mason has a little bit more. Here goes Nathan. Can they get it? This is now the battle of consistency, right? Nathan needs to one-shot the ending. Quiet Mason has already seen it. But who's going to be consistent enough to get there first? Really cool. Oh, B2 also has seen the door. Okay, didn't realize that. But there is a third contender now. So, yep, who is the consistent? Jacko as well, EX. So, yeah, more than just these two. That's what you like to see. Yeah, Quiet Mason not doing flight there. They got the shell, and they are in the door. There's that consistency. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's not quite. That's B2. Excuse me. My apologies. I gave that to Quiet Mason. Although Quiet Mason, could get it. My apologies. That's B2DE81 for the first checkpoint. Excuse me. Really good consistency. Yeah, look at them get back there. Right there. So now we're going to really flip things up here. Orca is a very, very ingenious maker. And what's going on here? Blue blocks. Yeah, touching a blue block will create a P-switch timer. So touching a blue block will act like a P-switch. They can also flip each other. So it'll turn on and off. Oh, Quiet Mason, nice try, but they couldn't get the platform. Nathan looking for that win as well. And Jank Pickle. This is some very new stuff tonight. A lot of stuff we haven't seen yet. The slopes affecting the carrot platforms, and now the sort of toggle P-switch blocks. So I'm just kind of watching this to see here. B2 moving through, feeding the Yoshi. Yeah, feeding the Yoshi, and oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's so neat. So yeah, blue blocks toggle the P-switch, and needs to bring the baby Yoshi with them in order to presumably feed it the berries and the sprites that go through. So yeah, if you see a coin, you can land on it and it turns back into a block. That's pretty wild. But the brown blocks and the gold coins are just standard. They are either solid or just a passable coin. Yeah, super galaxy brain here. This is I was wondering what's the hardest trick to figure out. It looks like maybe something in here. So check out where B2 is right now. That's a really neat obstacle. Throw the Yoshi up into the Yoshi holder up there, and then turn the P-switch on so that Yoshi is stuck up in there. Here goes Jank Pickle. Could they get it? Lower right. And then they they toggle the P-switch again and let the Yoshi out after it's eaten that bullet bill. Nice try, though, Jank Pickle. We could see another contender for the checkpoint here. But this is kind of middle game, I guess you could say, in the race. Because B2, now granted, the racers don't know where each other is necessarily. But unopposed at this checkpoint section, B2 just gets to soak up information. They get knowledge and they get consistency, and every other racer will need to build this up as well. But could it be? I love this. Jacko, EX, could it be them? Now, they have enough time, right? What I was about to say was the more time that is spent with not another racer getting to the checkpoint, the more time B2 has to just get that information, you know? They're the only one at the library allowed to study for the test that everyone else is going to have to go through as well. But we've got a race now for sure. Jacko, EX, just about at the same section. Really strong plays tonight. I like to see this. And B2 looking to get past that Yoshi drop for the first time. Jank Pickle and Nathan still working for that first checkpoint. Yeah, there are a lot of elements of timing that go into that. You have to stomp on the P-switch as the Yoshi is up there in the Yoshi holder, or else, right, it won't work. And then you also have to time the up throw correctly with your position, and then time the drop correctly with your jumping to grab. Really cool concept from Orca. You know, I've seen a lot. Orca tends to deal a lot with item abuse, and I was wondering if we were going to maybe see some combo kind of item abuse stuff. But I like this gimmick a lot because it's very action-packed in a different way, in a unique way that you don't often see. Oh, B2 just made an important discovery, and Jank Pickle made an important checkpoint progress move. I wonder, see, this is also my first time seeing this level. I am also reacting along with everybody, and I'm wondering, maybe you don't eat the bullet? Or maybe, okay. No, B2's right. They've got it. I was wondering maybe you don't eat the bullet because you need to up throw the Yoshi, but looks like you do. Yeah, you want to grow that Baby Yoshi up 5 sprites. Baby Yoshi eats 5 sprites. Berries count, bullet bills, not coins. They're not sprites even though they're moving. 5 sprites, Baby Yoshi grows up. And when he does, if you are jumping, as B2 is jumping to get over that pillar there, if you're kind of rising up in your jump arc when Baby Yoshi grows up, it is possible to just kind of move forward and get on Yoshi's saddle in the air. It's a common move. You see it in a lot of different types, kind of the Yoshi air mount sort of trick. There's other ways to pull it off and other things, other variants, I guess, but that's what's being used here. And now it's anybody's race. Yeah, I was just going to say, Quiet Mason has learned this section really quickly, and B2's, where they once had a pretty strong lead, that is now evaporating a little bit, and consistency is going to factor in here. But even though B2 had more time to work on the section, maybe they got more consistent, Quiet Mason being able to learn more quickly is tipping the scales a little bit. You know, meanwhile, too, Jocko, EX, doing fine. Yeah, there are. There's those. Oh, yo, here goes Quiet Mason. Lower right-hand corner. Oh, watch out. Unexpected spring. What are they going to do? Quiet Mason on a sight read right now. Okay, they're looking for a safe way to move. Oh, whoa, neat. Quiet Mason, keep your eyes on the right side of the screen. They've got the spring in Yoshi's mouth, and it's out, though. If Yoshi holds that spring too long, he'll swallow it. Quiet Mason, this is all new to them. Okay, what's it going to be? Quiet Mason needs to move quickly. Brown blocks turn back into coins after a P-switch. Oh, no. Oh, okay, brown blocks will turn into coins with a P-switch. Word. And that gives B2 a little bit of time. They got to that Yoshi 1F0 section. Excellent read tonight. Very, very strong sight read from Quiet Mason. And that really has turned the tide of progress in the race a little bit. H for Revolug, though, could be anybody's game still. But now others are going to need to match that play from Quiet Mason because they're going to have to learn all that stuff that Quiet Mason just one-shotted. Not out of the question, though. Don't count anybody out. I like these longer races. This is sometimes we've had some clears already in 25 minutes, but here goes B2. Okay, now it's B2's chance to do the same thing, right? Even though they don't know Quiet Mason did that. B2 has the opportunity to get the same amount of knowledge, maybe more, if they can. If they could get it through, and that's a little rough. Not a bad play there for B2. Could happen to anybody. But they didn't get as much knowledge as Quiet Mason did on that same attempt. Okay. Uh-oh. Quiet Mason. Yeah, back to the same point, but once again, B2. Oh, look at this. B2 closing the gap. Oh, my gosh. And, oh, watch out. Upper right-hand corner of your screen. It's B2DE81 with the yellow shell. This is a sight read for B2. Whatever they do here, oh, wow. And look at that. They're back in the lead. See how one clutch one-shot can make all the difference. Can they hang on to it, though, or could Quiet Mason get back faster? Jacko and Jank Pickle and Revelug, too, also working here. So there's more on this checkpoint section than we've seen. The scouts are just letting us know who's most likely to get a clear. I really like these tougher races sometimes. The 30-minute no first clear yet gets kind of really tense after a while in a cool, hopefully exciting way for everybody. These are none of these racers are bad. I know that should be pretty obvious from the stellar gameplay, but I don't want you to fall into the trick of thinking that, oh, some of these racers are bad, whatever. 30 minutes is too long. This is some absolutely world-class gameplay. And B2, whoa, okay, so B2 knows that part now. B2 knows what to do at that Yoshi drop, and they are ready to move. Here's Revelug for the same try. Oh, no. Oh, but Revelug. Oh, but did they make a critical error? Holy moly, it's Revelug and B2. What's it going to be? Neither one of these players has given up yet. B2, though, with the idea. Yoshi ladder. Oh, no. Oh, can B2 make this? This is such a read. Revelug still trying, but they don't have the Yoshi. And B2 dropping down. Aha. Wow. But they need that P-switch. Remember the P-switch. Usually in Kaizo, Quiet Mason, look out. Learning some good lessons too. Usually in Kaizo, if you are given an object, you should keep it. If you can keep the object, and you think, hey, it's suspicious that I'm still allowed to just have this thing, you probably need it. Because otherwise you might be able to cheese with it, and we can't have that. This is going down to the wire here. Does B2 win it with a little bit more time spent? Or can Quiet Mason, Jank Pickle, Revelug, Jocko, or anyone else get this, kind of sneak it out from under them? Right now I'd say B2 is favored by just a little bit. But not if Quiet Mason has anything to say about it. Although they might have written themselves into a little bit of a corner here. They need to get on the top of that brown block. And I don't know. I see what they might be going for, but not good enough this time. Revelug, meanwhile, or I'm sorry, B2. I keep calling B2 Revelug. B2DE, Revelug, they're both doing great, but get it right. This is quite an Orca level, yeah. It's got that distinctive Orca level coolness. H for Germ Dove, pretty cool too. I like that these sections are kind of long, as rated by our testers. It really gives some dynamic to the race and doesn't let you lock in progress right away. Here goes Quiet Mason in the lower right. Now they are gonna, if they can make it, they're gonna get a chance at exactly the thing that they messed up before. This would be their second attempt here, and we'll see if it goes different. Because here it could be. Oh, that was a good try though. And now it's B2's turn, upper right. So how to use the P-switch. There's a Yoshi elevator there, and the way that works, if Yoshi, well, this is really the thing is, if Yoshi just suddenly finds himself inside solid wall tiles, Yoshi will just magically clip up to the moon. That's just how it works. So if you clip Yoshi into a wall, he'll do that. If you have like Yoshi in front of a bunch of coins that then turn into brown blocks, it'll do that. We refer to it as like a Yoshi elevator. or a Moon Yoshi kind of thing. That's just how Yoshi works. Mario doesn't work that way, but for whatever reason, the game really wants to send Yoshi up. Unfortunate for Jank Pickle. Love the dynamics here. Holy cow. If you're sitting around at home and feeling inspired, thinking maybe this is exciting, check out romhackraces.com and you can get this patch for yourself. Try it out on your own time. No pressure, of course. You can also try any of the other levels that we've made for the 201 weeks we've been around. Check out the leaderboard and jump on our Discord if you wanna. All this and more on romhackraces.com. It's romhackraces.com. That's the website that we're on. That's true, too. You can sign up for races. Wow. It's like you can do everything over there on romhackraces.com. This is really the battle of the consistency right now. Here goes Jank Pickle. Could they take the lead? So there's one thing. Okay, Jank Pickle with the P-switch. No! Oh, that was so good though. They were there. Unfortunately, Quiet Mason's turn. Watch the lower right. Unfortunately, Yoshi can spit things through the wall or into the wall, as the case may be, if you are too close with Yoshi's mouth when you spit the item out. Unfortunately on that one, yeah, Jank Pickle had it, but they were too close to the wall, and they needed to back up a little bit before making that final spit. Or else what you saw happened will happen forever, unless you break the cycle. So back up, Jank Pickle. Break the cycle. Yeah, the switch unfortunately does not elevate. B2. Oh, nicely done, B2. So as you're falling down through those coins, you have to leave yourself a way back up. And B2 did a really good job of that, kind of cleverly. But, yeah, here they are at the end with no P-switch. Who is it gonna be? Wow, I like this level. It is not sometimes we have easier ones, sometimes we have harder ones. This is a solid hard level race. Sometimes even the harder ones get beaten in 20 minutes or so. Yeah, not sure what Revelug's idea here is. B2, Jank Pickle, Quiet Mason. Everybody's close. B2 for another try at it. B2? No! What? B2? What? What in the... They used the P-switch at the wrong moment. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That could have been it. I'm not sure what they were trying for there. Other than... Whoops. Dang, you hate to see that. That might be it, yeah. If Yoshi holds an item in his mouth for too long, he will swallow it, and then you don't have it anymore. Here's Quiet Mason in the lower right. Yeah, see? Spitting out that P-switch to make sure Yoshi doesn't swallow it, so they lined up. Quiet Mason. Okay, here it is. I mean, Quiet Mason. They see what they have to do. They are here. The moment of truth. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Quiet Mason. Oh, they're going for a big run. Oh my gosh. No, man! Oh, the best laid plans. Quiet Mason. I mean, that was theatrical. That was absolutely theatrical. But Quiet Mason with the most progress now. Is it going to be the consistency? Is it going to be the one shot? It's anybody's race right now, but who's going to be able to be consistent enough to get the attempts? That up pipe indeed. Okay, Jank Pickle. Oh, nicely done, falling right down the middle of that to leave a really easy path. Now it could be Jank Pickle with the P-switch. Don't want to let Yoshi swallow it, but oh no! And Jank Pickle down for the count at the up pipe. What a vicious up pipe. And wow, this doesn't happen that often in the race, but we are completely tied up. Absolutely 100% tie, dead heat between B2DE81 and Jank Pickle. They have both been to Quiet Mason. They have both been to exactly the same point and know exactly what to do. So this is pure consistency right now. How quickly can they just not die at the stuff they've already learned? In theory, they know it. Here goes Revelug. But I don't know, Revelug. This might be a little bit difficult. Revelug might think they have the idea here. But if it turns out their strats are wrong, they've just invested a lot of time in something that isn't going to actually work. It can be dangerous to have the wrong strat. It's easier done than said, though. Well, thanks for hanging out. For Romhack Races, we do these every Saturday night, trying to keep it exciting for everybody, keep you entertained with some sight reading. Kaizo Race. Here goes Quiet Mason in the lower right, and they're in there. Quiet Mason with the up pipe. Oh, no. Oh, the suspicion. Oh, the suspicion. Wait, it's not over yet. He's got to touch the orb. All right. All right. Officially locking it in. Notice the suspicion. Quiet Mason got in that room, and they turned around to make sure they couldn't go back in the pipe. Then they jumped over the orb and ran ahead just to make sure there wasn't going to be anything there that was going to kill them. Well earned. And Quiet Mason with the sort of the come-from-behind victory. B2 at the second checkpoint first, but Quiet Mason really clutched it out there. The heat is on for second place. Revelug, B2, Jank Pickle. Jank Pickle, I really like that strat of just kind of falling down the middle there. And we could get a second here. Jank Pickle really wants this. Oh, no! They did not get the spit, though. So I wanted to point something out. This section that everybody's playing right now, pretty far out. And one interesting thing is when they get to that yellow shell obstacle, when the kicking Koopa kicks the shell, it's up there, it's up above him, and he kicks the shell, and here it comes down the little shaft of blocks. When that happens, it hits the question block and turns it into a coin. Those coins turn it into brown blocks when the P-switch runs out, and those brown blocks are what you use to make your way up there. And that is really cool level design from Orca. You know, the idea that you want to get what I like to call maximum utility out of all of your obstacles. That if you want to use, you know, you're using the shell to come down and attack you, and then you're also using it to turn the blocks into coins to get up after you're done with that. I like that kind of tight composition. It's B2. B2 in the upper right. Oh, but it's Jank Pickle. Excuse me. Excuse me. I had my eyes on B2 while Jank Pickle taking the second place home for tonight. GG. That was a very good run. They did not spend a lot of time in that second section. Really put that final move together really quickly. Good job. So that's Jank Pickle, Quiet Mason. It's Germdove, B2, Revelug, and Jocko, EX. Thank you all for hanging out. I say if I have failed to explain something, or if you have a question about mechanics, how things work, lunar magic, how this all works, what is going on here, please feel free. Don't feel silly. Just feel like you're excited and you're learning. Please feel free to ask, and I can help answer any tech questions you might have. I hope you're all having a lovely Saturday night. We do these every week, so if this is your first time here and you're having a good time, we can have these good times in perpetuity. Every Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. The Revelug, B2, Germdove, Jacko. A whole bunch of coins. A couple of P-switches, a berry or two, a Yoshi. Recipe for a good Romhack Race level. How are you all? Now that we're kind of hanging out, you know, there's only so much play-by-play I can give on exactly the same obstacles, but we're hanging out. We're here to cheer the racers on. How are you? How's your evening? What are you playing? What are you doing? Talk to the audience. Fun time. And you know, real gamers know if you're getting hungry while you're gaming, don't forget about Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is like a big yellow hotoken of flavor directly toward your sandwich, sub, or submarine, or grinder sandwich. Try it today at the grocery store. That's okay. You don't have to pay for it. Just go to the grocery store, give it a try, open up the jar, bring your sandwich in. They'll just let you walk out. It's okay. Just try it, and then you're going to love it. You're going to want to pay for it, even though it's free. It's Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. So good, you want to pay for it. Well, I hope you're all having a splendid Saturday. Getting some time for you. Just to relax, do what you like to do, be like yourself, hang out. Revelug seems to be a little bit confused about what's up. The pause strat is valuable for learning. It's not an illegal move or anything in a Romhack race. Certainly fine to just pause, take a look at the scenery. Whenever you feel like it, say you get to a brand new room, you don't know what to do, pause, take a look. Of course, it costs you IRL time in the race, but B2, here we go. Oh, jeez. Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is just a fake company I made up to sponsor all the streamers, you know. It's like streamers getting ripped off by companies, whatever. Oh, here, use our promo code while we make money on you. Well, Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard is here to sponsor all streamers and give them a really good deal. In fact, our whole factory is unionized, and the workers control 100% of everything here at the Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow warehouse. So if your stream needs a sponsor, don't look far. Just look for the big yellow mustard that sponsors everybody. B2. Some people use ketchup, mayo, mustard on pizza. Those people need to get out. No, I'm just joking. They can watch from a respectable distance. I think that is true. Here it goes. B2, upper right. But I think that is true. You say place high on the 5s and 6s. I think some racers do kind of have a little bit of a specialty. Some racers might be a little more dangerous, paradoxically speaking. It might seem paradoxical, but it's really just a specialization of skill. Some racers might be more capable and more dangerous on a like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 level, as opposed to a 3 or a 4 maybe. Even though it doesn't seem like that would be the case, Generally, the tougher difficulty means it's drawing on some particular tech specialization that one might be more or less practiced on. Yeah, that's what can happen if Yoshi holds that sprite for too long. He will swallow it, which is Orca kind of putting a little extra challenge on this part. You have to move on a timer because, right, the Yoshi will swallow the sprite. He's a hungry boy. Needs to feed. He will just eat springs, you know. Of course, Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard says trans rights. Trans rights is only, I'm sorry, yellow is only one color on the flag of pride. Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. While we may love the fancy yellow flavor of our mustard, we do recognize that yellow is only one color of the trans pride flag, or the rainbow flag. And of course, we'll stick up for our friends in the LGBTQIA+ community and are proud to declare that trans rights are human rights. B2 here for another chance. Revelug just still hasn't put together to keep the Yoshi. That's the bit of information they're missing here. Yeah, that's a little. It can be tough in a race or in a level setting to just kind of not know what to do. You know, it's the kind of thing that can happen to anybody, right? You know, it happens to me all the time. So regardless of your level of experience, you know, sometimes you can be stopped by just simply not knowing. Revelug, though, doing mighty work with this P-switch. They are certainly trying. Well, that's the thing, you know, it's the... If you are doing something that you think is correct, are you going to question what you think is right? You know, it's that, like, you could second guess yourself into oblivion sometimes. Yeah, right? You know, it's, am I right? Am I wrong? Do I risk? Say I'm right, and I try something else. I've wasted a ton of time in the race. Say I'm wrong, and I commit to this. I'm also wasting a ton of time in the race. So, you know, being able to make those decisions correctly every time is not always easy. I hope y'all are having fun tonight. These longer levels, you know, could be kind of conversational. It gets to the point, you know, folks are grinding, doing their best. So I hope you're all doing well and just feeling good. Hope you are enjoying Romhack Races. Try to bring you some fun every week. There, you hear my voice, but there is a huge amount of people behind the scenes volunteering to help out. Darkenine, Kelgan, Star-Lord, Dr. No, D to the 4th, Osu, Om Nom Nom, Ampersam, and a lot of friends who really put in the time to make these races happen every week. I think we're still looking for the third, or no, excuse me, we're looking for the for 4 right now. This is a tough level, and yeah, the H for Nathan MG, well deserved. Still under an hour though, so we are schmoving. Oh, this will be third? Okay, excuse me. I guess I should use exclamation leaderboard in chat to learn what the leaderboard is. Nathan, here we go. So Nathan making some pretty good progress here right out of the gate. Yoshi looking a little under the weather, but that's all right. Wow, Nathan's making quick work of this section. Big knowledge already. Man, B2 has been working on this for a while. This is what you get with these long sections, though. Even though you've seen the end, it might stonewall you for a while as you try to get back. What would a Snow Yoshi do? What's Snowshi's power? No, that was so good. B2. That was like it. The last thing. A vicious foe, those up pipes. I'll get you a pipe. Yeah. Yo, cheer on everybody in chat. Cheer on your favorite racers. And while you're at it, if you want to show a little extra support, go and give the racers a follow. There are a lot of cool people that play Kaizo on Twitch. And a lot of folks use, Romhack Races to show their skills off. Get their name out there a little bit. So go check out their streams for yourself. I know they would really appreciate that. And I really want to, promote for the racers. They're here doing the work. Oh yeah, about an hour in. Who do you have for third? Tell us what you think with the poll. Very much, like I said, very much a level of consistency tonight. Who do you want to win the race? Text your choice. The phone lines are open. Oh, y'all feeling comfy? Doing okay? Try to keep it interesting over here, but say there's only so much play-by-play on the same obstacles. I hope everybody's just feeling good, feeling comfy. Thanks for spending your Saturdays over here with us. Oh no, Nathan. Yeah, I see what Nathan's doing. You know, this... Oh, what? Oh, they got that shell. Wait, what happened there? Oh, looks like Revelug. Revelug has made a discovery. Yes. B2 getting a little closer. Revelug making discoveries. Yep, and using the yellow shell they can cross. Are you the dumbest man alive? It's, you know, it can be really easy to miss something like that. You know, that's never going to be the last time for any player. I've done it so much. Other people do it a lot. It happens. It just happens. You get convinced that you know what you're doing. And that's a tough place to be because that's the one moment you should be questioning. Yeah, and then if the things after it look like they sort of could work, and then you try it a little bit and it does work, or you get a few obstacles even farther, it can be even more difficult to go back and find your bad assumption that you made. No! B2! Holy moly! That you couldn't be any closer. Like, the only way you could possibly be closer is if you like touched the pipe and didn't get the up input. Nathan too, not spitting out the P switch. I think we're gonna see some clears pretty soon here. I think these racers are in the clear. I don't think B2 failed the up pipe. I think the up pipe failed B2. You know what I mean? That's a good point too, Mithrillionaire. It's tough when the thing you do wrong in the level is separated from the moment you can't actually advance. Yeah, if like you actually made a mistake 2 steps ago, it's harder to notice that because you can get a little farther. The tendency is to assume that the mistake that you're making is taking place at the obstacle you're making it at, and that isn't always true. B2, this is it. No! Have I made any Romhack Race levels? I have had 2. I made Can't Stop the Booty for race a long time ago, and I actually have dropped a Subcon 2 level as a Mario 2 race a little while ago. Both of them are on the website. Revelug, yeah, they've got some knowledge now. Revelug trying to make up for lost time here. Yeah, they see it all. Revelug! Oh no, don't eat the switch! Oh, you did it. They ate the switch. Well, Now what are you gonna do? If you're sitting around watching this and you're thinking, wow, I could never do something like this. These levels are way too tough. Don't worry, you're in luck. Actually, this is on the very tougher end of the spectrum of levels that we have. We have easier ones, this being maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10. We got 4 out of 10. We got 3 sometimes, 5. So we like to let makers make what they want to make, and sometimes that means something a little harder. So try to have something for everybody, and every week is a different difficulty. So you're not gonna get too many of the same type of difficulty in a row. Might be your new favorite hard level in Romhack Race history. It has made for a very dynamic and interesting race. Perhaps even more so than other hard levels that have just simply been very hard. B2. Oh. This is the B2 Memorial Up Pipe. To commemorate our friend B2 DE81 on their valiant up piping. There it is, Germ Dove, though. Hey, all right. GG Gamer. GG being suspicious. You never know. Maybe you'll get trolled. You don't know. You have no idea. You have no idea if you're about to get trolled or not. Maybe a fish is going to fall on your head. Maybe you're going to walk off the edge. Maybe the orb is going to explode when you touch it. Like, that's where Kaizo is at here. You actually can never know. Very well earned third. Nicely done, Germ Dove. Very, very well played. Nathan in the lower right looking for their shot. I like how Yoshi is inherently a timer. You know? Yoshi is going to swallow that thing. Oh! Oh, no. Nathan thought they were going to be tricky, but that's what those coins are for. That's really clever. That line of coins there is to stop you from hitting the switch on the ground. You actually have to do that. Spit out the switch and then contact it in midair in order to get that to work. Otherwise, you're going to get blocked by that wall. A clever try. A clever try. But not quite the whole story. No. Oh. I wish I had something bracing to say. B2. We're gonna name a memorial stadium after B2. Valiant efforts. The Romhack Race Award for extreme valiancy. Valiant in combat. If this were a fighting game, B2 would just be building up that special meter now, you know? Like, it's maxed out. They're ready to go. Imagine getting zoned by a pipe. Yes! Yes! B2DE81 has just won EVO! Oh my gosh, that was some MLG gameplay and some MLG determination. B2DE81. Way to play. Nicely done, nicely done. It's Nathan Jacko Revelug hanging out with us. $40th place at Evo is $50. That's pretty good. I would brag about being the 40th player at Evo. Yeah, you know, I was pretty big deal. I got 32nd place at Evo. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm about the 800th best fighting games player in the world. We got Mangort coming in here in the upper right, working on the first section. Revelug, Jacko, Nathan on the second. Looks like Mangort's got that good consistency though, so I expect we'll see it clear before too long. Anybody playing any Kaizos this weekend? What's your game of choice? There's some cool new stuff out on SMW Central, if you care to take a look. That is, Mithrillionaire does have a new hack out, Kaizo Crisis. It's really fun. I had the pleasure of approving it the other day. I really like it. Mithrillionaire's really leveled up their style a little bit, and they've got a lot of really cool kind of flow combo action stuff going on. It's really fun. I think you will like it. A little bit challenging, and not challenging enough for Jacko. Oh my gosh, way to play. Jacko EX with the clear, well-earned, and very hard-fought. I've seen their name pop up on some races recently. A strong player, someone to watch out for. Jacko EX, well done. We got Proto Pizza, Nathan MG, Revelug, Mangort. Proto Pizza on the first section, and Mangort as well. It's easy to tell the first section and the second section apart. First section's in the day, second section in the evening. I guess technically it's in a cave, but it's always evening in caves, right? It does help with scouting a lot, huh? Easy to see who's in checkpoint 1, who's in checkpoint 2. Thank y'all so much, too, to the scouts. We really appreciate that week after week. It helps the races run really smoothly, and I know people appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think the racers definitely appreciate it because, like I said, everybody wants to show off their skills a little bit, show you their moves, and show what they can do. So I think that, you know, if as a racer myself, every now and then, you know, I appreciate getting to, you know, show the name on screen. Everybody gets to have their moment, show you something cool, do a cool clutch move. Mangort, look out. Oh, so someone was asking before why when you touch that feather, you rise up sometimes. If you touch the feather while you're falling, you will get a little bob up like that automatically. It's not really a failure of tech. It's just bad timing. Not really bad timing, just not good enough. Revelug! Let's go! GG Gamer. Oh yeah, the hesitation, Just being careful. Oh, Nathan, nice try, nice try. One thing that makes that Yoshi spit a little more difficult than you might notice visually It's the same thing that makes Yoshi shell jumps more difficult, which is a little bit hard to explain. The purple blocks act like P-switches, and they toggle. So if you touch a purple block, it will change whatever the P-switch status is, on or off. There is a timer, but you can hit the toggles at any time. What was I saying? I was saying something. I completely forget what I was about to say. Sorry. It just flew from my mind like so many sparrows being shot at. Folk Punk Dot, Mangor, Proto Pizza, Nathan. I had a point. I was gonna say something funny. Or insightful. I forget, literally just completely blanked out and forget what I was talking about. Thank you for the raid, B2. Well played tonight. That was a good job. That one, I felt some of those up pipes too. We were all cheering you on. Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, the timing of Yoshi's shell jumps. Yeah, I wanted to make a point about why it's difficult to spit that P-switch out at the very end. So think of it this way: when small Mario is holding a shell, the grid square that is occupied by that shell is adjacent to Mario, right? When Mario is big and holding a shell, Mario is 2 tiles high, and Big Mario holds the shell in the lower of those 2 tiles, right? And so we're all used to shell jump and throw timing that assumes the shell's point of origin. In this case, the lower of the 2 hitboxes for a Big Mario. But Yoshi throws a little bit of a wrench into that, because Yoshi's hold shells in their mouth, and Yoshi is 2 tiles tall. So Yoshi is holding the shell in the upper of the 2 tiles, and that changes the point of origin a little bit, and can make... You kind of just have to do it earlier, is the general idea, that just kind of back up and do the toss a little earlier to make it work for Yoshi. But because that point of origin is different, you have to toss it differently to get it under your feet. Nathan, nicely done. GG, gamer. And that's Nathan MG for the GG. And if you got Nathan MG playing games for the Gs and the GGs and the OGs, then you got a good game. That's just classic Maddenism right there. We've got Folk Punk Dot, we've got Mangort Proto Pizza, and not Nathan anymore. A legend is you. A winner have you become. Romhack Races has been conquered for now. It is Nyx Kills Myths in the lower right, Proto Pizza in the lower left, Mangort, and Folk Punk Dot. Everybody here working on the first section, but working hard, and that's what counts. The final 4 tonight. Always a little sad to see, but we got more race to come. We schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts, and we do them every Saturday, like I said, so just trying to plug the channel a little bit. Feel free to bop that follow button gently, like a gentle boop from a kitten, and come back and hang out on the, what's that day? Saturday. Yeah, Saturdays at 8. We got another level coming up. Unfortunately, and I will let everybody know this time, unfortunately, I want to let y'all know, I will not be joining us next week. I am taking a little mini vacation for myself, and I will be out of the commentary booth. So I will find us a replacement for next week. We'll leave you in capable hands, but I will be back the week after that to do more commentary. I tend to do these every week, but you know, sometimes I want my Saturday just to do something else. So taking a little mini vacation over the weekend. I won't be streaming, and I won't be I won't be on comms for next week. Oh, there's a door for Mangort. Well, not quite a door, but a good substitute. We have door at home. You can look, but can't touch it yet. I've really got Street Fighter on the brain, because this track reminds me of Street Fighter soundtrack. I think this is actually what, Mystical Ninja? Yeah, yo, good progress made. And this is really something that I admire about the later clears. Because I really, give it up for these racers. Here they are. This is an hour and 17 minutes in. This level is tough. It's challenging. They're learning a lot. They're doing a lot. And here they are still trying. And I gotta respect that. That's the spirit, That's the spirit of Kaizo. So again, don't think these racers are, bad. Yeah, exactly. To finish is to win. It's the player versus the level. We just wrap it up like a race, It's just packaged as a race. But the good stuff inside is the fun community spirit. Oh, Proto Pizza, that was so good. That is true. Doc raises a good point. If you're new or if you're curious, like if you're interested in racing but you're kind of intimidated by this one, that's understandable. This is like one of the hardest levels we've raced. Normally they are not quite this hard. Ever see someone get 1 hour to a second checkpoint and plow through the latter half? Maybe not so extreme. But I've definitely seen racers really turn on the power. Sometimes a section will hold up a racer just because of one thing, Oh, crap, I'm bad at cape tech. Oh, no, this is going to take me a while. But once they finally get past whatever's giving them trouble, then the chains come off a little bit and they can really kind of run for it. Mangort! Oh, they got that downfall into the cape. If y'all will excuse me for just 1 second, I have to get up real quick. I will be right back. Just do something cool while I'm gone, and then tell me about it when I get here, okay? See you in a sec. Okay, I made it. Everybody won, huh? Oh, no, we still got a race. Good, all right. Everybody's working hard. Folk Punk Dot, Mangor, Proto Pizza, Nix. Good. How's chat? Chat, you okay? Hey, if you're interested, yeah, Orca does. Our maker tonight, Orca BLN. Maker of really cool stuff. They have made other Romhack Race levels, and they have also made some hacks. You can check them all out on SMW Central. If you're looking for some good, like, combo item abuse, jumping, moving, ducking, and dodging, Orca is definitely a maker for you. Yeah, thank you, Mithrainer. Comfort Zone from Orca, which is a little easier, and Titan Mario World, which is a little tougher. Orca has very good, I think, engineering in their levels. Folk Punk Dot. Oh, that was so good. Chat, you are looking great tonight. I like you a lot. Whoa, Folk Punk Dot getting so close there. They need that shell on the other side of that. That cape is it's a tricky part. I'm not sure how many Orcas made, but they have made a few. I think at least 3? 3 or 4? Really splendid stuff. Orca is a maker in particular that I really, really like their work. Number 8. Wow, I was way off. Mangort. Oh, my word. Wow, that was so good, though. That was almost like they were too good. Need to keep that shell and then bounce on it right at the end there. Remember, the black death blocks are perma-death, but the munchers are only a damage boost. Like, black blocks will kill you immediately, regardless of your power-up status, even if you have Yoshi. But munchers will power you down or not. It won't affect Yoshi's feet at all. I think it's one of the best ways to die in Kaizo by being too fast, too good. It's my favorite. Like, yeah, I was too fast. Yeah, yo, use that. If you're on our Discord server, you can get the invite on the website. Use get level to try it out. It's really cool. Kelgan made it for us, and you can use the bot command to cycle and look through our list of levels and patches throughout the years. And I hope y'all had a good having a good Saturday. It's a chill day. This is my day off, so I just get to relax, hang out. Played some Street Fighter with friends today. It was super fun. I haven't played against real people yet. I was kind of proud I'm not a total scrub. I could get a couple wins, so watch out, Evo. Jeez, that cape grab is really wrecking people. P-Speed preservation is a tricky thing to master, and P-Speed in Mario World is a little bit easier to deal with and a little more rudimentary than P-Speed in Mario 3. But the thing about Mario World is you don't have the P meter like you do in Mario 3, so it's a little bit tougher to tell visually whether or not you're actually going to get the preservation on any given movement. And that can certainly be like a thing that's just kind of, it comes down to intuition. You've just done it enough to be able to feel what the right motion is. Oh, yo, Proto Pizza. Wow, what? The backwards flight. And here, you know, we get new tech out of this. I didn't know that slopes would reverse the direction of carrot platforms that fall like that. Yeah, this is Evo. You're watching it right now. Hey, Doc, are you playing any Street Fighter? Do you want to play? You want to fight? You want to fight about it? Folk punk trying. I like the effort. I mean that. I'm not trying to be patronizing with that. Well, if you wanna get involved with some Street Fighter, we were playing a little bit this afternoon. I got a couple wins on Fawful, and that made me proud because Fawful's good, and I am learning. I'm playing Third Strike, but I haven't set Fightcade up yet because I thought to myself, I could set up Fightcade, or in 5 minutes, I could be throwing Hirokens at people. I'm just kind of impatient. So I got it on Steam mostly for the one-player experience and the training mode. I'll do it eventually, but I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I'm a lazy guy. Third Strike is on the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. They have like 12 different games, all the old school ones, and they got Third Strike on it. Proto Pizza looking good on this run. Ah! I like the Anniversary Edition. Like I said, for the one-player mode, I can train. It's got it's got a little pop-up menu that shows me all the special moves, so I can reference it. It's got that nice training mode. I appreciate that. Because as a total beginner, I want something a little less hardcore. Something that lets me kind of practice. Yo, Mangor trying for it, making some good moves, but they haven't capitalized yet. I think they'll get it, though. We got about half an hour. We schedule about 2 hours for these races every week. Sometimes we get everybody through. In the case of a tough level, we'll see. But everybody's trying their best. No shame. No shame in working hard. That's what it's all about. Folkpunk trying for it. Oh my gosh, they could get it. No! Oh, they jumped. They jumped early. Mangort, though. Oh, trying. Looking good. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks, everybody, for just hanging out and making Romhack Races a part of your Saturday. Really fun to do these. Always a good time. Everybody right now is like 1 or 2 good jumps away from getting it. Like I was saying, this is a good test of consistency. On a long level like this, you really have to do these sections over and over. You've got to make sure you got that consistency to back it up. Jeez, Proto Pizza. I feel for these racers, you know? I relate to the struggle. It's brave. Excuse me. Mangor seems to be the crowd favorite right now. Again, if y'all have any questions, this is just for the benefit of those who might not have heard it. If you have any questions about the mechanics in the level or like what's going on here, please feel free to ask. Like I said, there's only so much play-by-play I can do on exactly the same obstacle, so please feel free to just ask if you just got here or want to learn something about the level. Up and at them! Yeah, Nick's getting pretty close as well, getting to that yellow or that green shell obstacle. It's cool to think that even just a year or two ago, this level would be a lot harder than it is, and I think even fewer people would be able to like do anything with it at all. Well, explain from the top. Well, TLDR, jump on the carrot platforms, don't let them fall, don't touch the black blocks, slopes reverse the direction of a falling carrot platform, and need to damage boost at the end with the green shell to get through for the next obstacle. Otherwise, got some platforming. Mangort going for that little bit of P-speed management there. And needing to preserve P-speed. Oh, this could be it. Yeah, I would say learning to fly. Learning to fly is a cape training hack. It's like a learn to Kaizo, but it's specifically geared towards cape. It's the thing about cape is it's hard to make an easy cape level that is also interesting because cape doesn't scale well. There's not a lot of medium difficulty cape tech. You know, it's either like you're doing basic flying or you're doing something pretty challenging. And so you could jump right into the fire with something like Let's Give Up or Learning to Fly. Let's Give Up is pretty chill. It's not mean. It's a good cape hack. But like I said, like since cape doesn't scale very well, it just gets hard right. It's like, think of cape like a lake, and like if you walk 2 feet out into the lake, it's shallow, and then right after that there's a massive drop off, and everything after that is like 30 feet deep, you know? Cape is like that. It's just has a very sheer difficulty curve. So learning to fly, I think, is the best answer for that, because you're going to get the tricks in isolation. It's not really a hack in the sense that you do, you know, big levels, but you do get the tricks in isolation, and you have a good, fair chance to practice them. After you get down learning to fly, I would say, honestly, Let's Give Up. BK's work on cape. BK loves cape, and it shows in the work that he does on cape. Oh, Proto Pizza, yes, let's go! And that's a checkpoint. 1 hour, 40 minutes, hard fought, and well earned. Proto freaking Pizza. That's what we like to see. That hard-fought checkpoint after a lot of doing. Good job, Proto Pizza. Now you know the game here. Blue blocks are P-switches. They toggle, and you got to feed that Yoshi. That's a good point. Twice Pipes. That's a very good point. Platforming tends to translate. You know, if you've ran and jumped on a couple of platforms, you know how that works. But yeah, cape is very specific to Mario World. There's really no other game analog for it. Mario World as a platforming game, expressed in Kaizo, is really interesting because not a lot of other games have, well, platforming games. Lots of other games have sub-disciplines of tech. But not a lot of other platforming games, especially of the era, have, you could call it sub-discipline. You could get very good, for example, at platforming, the type of stuff you might see in Casio Mario World or Panga World. You could get very good at that type of Kaizo and not really have to touch cape or item abuse or even some of the intensive, like, ASM gimmickry, like motor skills or water-based tech. So it's interesting in that regard because you can study sub-disciplines. And there are also players who have studied more of a sub-discipline than actual stuff. So they might be really good at a cape section or a big tough item abuse section, but they actually, like we were talking about, might paradoxically have a tougher time with a level that didn't have those specialties of tech. So IMO, you know, I mean, everybody wants a different thing out of all this. So for those that want, the whole shebang to be a well-rounded player, you should learn item abuse, cape, platforming, standard levels, get back into the work of, Miracle Water and Jump Team, and understand, be a well-rounded player, Learn all the sub-disciplines. That's something I think, to me, that keeps Kaizo exciting, because there's always some other tech to pick up somewhere. Yeah, I will say that, while it is definitely true that Maker 2 has really remarkably talented creators and makes Kaizo levels comparable to something that you would see in Mario World, just kind of foreign in a different language. While it is true that, while that is all true, in my personal opinion, Mario World Cape is better than Mario Maker Cape. You just have more things to do with it. Mario Maker Cape is cool. You've got your Fails Flotillas, and I haven't beat that level, so super difficult. But Mario World Cape gives you a little bit more, a bit more control. The speed throttling is huge. The turnaround is huge. Sticky Fly, Yoshi Fly, Tongueless Yoshi Fly. All of that really adds to the sort of deep pond that is Cape Tech. Yeah, Fail working on a new flotilla. I saw that. Yeah, that's going to be really cool. Nice to see Fail stream making tough stuff again. If you want some good Mario Maker Cape, twitch.tv/failstream. They play a little bit of SMW Kaizo, but I think they go more for Maker. They are a phenomenally talented player and one of the most cosmic brain makers that I've seen. Nobody designs levels like Failstream does. Even among the Cape levels. Maybe it's kind of comparable, I guess, to maybe like Carl Sagan's style or BK's style. But I think Failstream even takes it up a notch, because Fail, like, if you've ever seen like Fail's Flotilla, the series from Mario Maker, Failstream has these levels that just, like, I don't mean this as a dig, they just make no sense. They make no sense. You first you're flying and you dive, and then you stop diving, turn around, grab something, throw it. That thing sits there, blows up a wall, and then 2 minutes later you actually come back through that wall and do something with it. Fail has this like super spaghetti strand kind of thing where his level designs are so wrapped up and there's so much utility in every moment. I really admire that kind of design. Mangor. Yo, Proto Pizza, though, killing it in this second section. See what I mean? Sometimes it just takes, like... you just got to get through the part that has the stuff you're bad at to get to the new part, you know? Every new checkpoint's a new opportunity, right? Mangor, this could be it. They got the P-Speed. No! But they were too far away. They hit the green shell too far to the left, and that meant that they weren't going to have the horizontal distance to land on the platform. Bummer. Great try, though. You know, in a level with all these P-switches, I haven't seen a single yump. Not a one. Not a single solitary yump. I'm just saying. I'm not mad. I'm be a little disappointed. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all are playing hard. Oh no, we might have lost Nyx. Good effort. Sometimes the internet is the real final boss. Everyone jumped while I stepped away? Well, I guess I'll just have to give everybody 500 cool points then. That's what you get, gamers. Good race tonight, man. I don't know. Good race. Good times. Good fun. I want to see the H for Folk Punk Dot and Mangord here. They both have had close attempts. Excuse me. Pardon me. Man, I don't know. Proto Pizza's making good moves here. They might be able to get out of this section before you know it. I don't think you could have gotten into the pipe on Yoshi. I guess that remains to be seen. But yeah, I don't think. We always like to see that, right? You get the clutch H, you get the clutch clear. Of course, the racers are welcome to keep playing, like, as long, they can play as long as they want to. We schedule about 2 hours for the broadcast, because at a certain point, you should go over and actually watch on the races channel. Like I said, it's not, I just want to make it clear for everybody, like, we say Romhack Races, that really is just the wrapping paper for everything. It's the player versus the level. And we're here to, support everybody in what they're trying to do. These are good players. But we scheduled 2 hours for the broadcast because at a certain point we're down to only a couple of people. And you should go check out their channel instead, It does take a lot of mental energy as well. There's definitely a psychological component to the races, which is practice. You have to work with that. You have to, that's a part of training too, I guess is what I mean. Proto Pizza trying to get that Yoshi catch. Ah, jeez. I'm really liking Proto Pizza is just missing by like inches in a lot of this. I really feel like they have a chance to just rip through this section. Oh, that was almost a really good save. Proto Pizza trying to like grab the Yoshi off the lava. Geez, Folkpunk really making this. Ah, they're getting so consistent. I'd love to see this with racers. Like, sometimes it takes a bit, right? It may take a little longer, but at the end of it, they are just like nailing every one of these obstacles. I hope y'all are having, again, a nice night. Thanks for hanging out. Check out the other streamers in the Kaizo community. There's a lot of really, really good players. KLDC coming up soon, too. I hope you're working on your levels. Get them in for the big Kaizo level design contest coming up soon. I'll be judging. I'm back again for that. Thanks for having me, by the way. And that'll be a really, really good time. Check out SMW Central for more info. Jeez, Proto Pizza, let's go. They are ripping through this. There is a sign-up process. It's open to whoever is interested in giving it a shot, but you do have to kind of sign up and get your name on the list. We have a lot of weeks kind of booked out ahead of time. I actually think we're booked up till the end of the year right now. But you can always check out the website and the Discord if you want to put your name down. I don't know who the maker for next week is, but I do hope y'all have fun. Again, I'm not going to be able to... Darkenine! Oh, geez. Sorry I missed Darkenine's level. But I will not be able to be on comms next week. I'll be on a little bit of a vacation. Well, I wouldn't say empty, but thanks. You know, I just see some family. Just see some family I don't often get to see. It'll be a nice time. I'll probably watch the race, honestly. I just won't be around to be able to do it. Thanks. It'll be a nice time. Y'all doing okay? Any other comments, concerns, questions, that kind of thing? Thanks once again to the whole Romhack Race's staff. for helping out with this. Dr. No especially, week after week, doing the restream for us, helping keep everything in line, behind the scenes, making the tweets, making the announcements and stuff. I really appreciate that. We all do. Dr. No appreciation thread. Thanks to Orca for this level. Super big thanks. Really tough stuff tonight, but very cool flow. Check out Titan Mario and Comfort Zone if you want a little bit more of Orca's level design. Please go and follow the racers, like I said. Follow Romhack Races. Come back and see us again. That's really nice to hear. I'm glad. I'm glad, and I hope that we can do that. That'd be good work to be done. That's the point. Oh, Proto Pizza just slipping. Such consistency, though. Proto Pizza, let's go. Well, I don't really have any more plugs or announcements for you or anything, but on a personal note, I'm honored to be able to do this. Thank you for having me. I hope I can do a good job on comms for everybody, and just thanks. For my community and friends, I'll be on tomorrow night. We'll play some Earthbound. But until then, you should practice your Kaizo. Thanks for the follows tonight, too. Well, we're getting to about the 2-hour mark. So for tonight, we're going to be wrapping up our broadcast here. But we're going to send you out on a fun raid. Don't worry. Go and follow the racers. Follow the raid. Poke around in the Kaizo community a little bit. See what's out there. You may be one click away from a cool stream you didn't even know was there. And a chance to learn some really cool new Kaizo stuff from a new friend. We'll see you all next week. I won't, but I will be back the week after that. You will see you all next week. Saturday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern for another Romhack Race. Jump on the website and get on the Discord if you want to hang out and talk shop with us. Get some help on your next Romhack Race project. We've got the Romhack Race base ROM for easy hacking, and a lot of cool people on the Discord if you want to just hang out and be a part of the community that way. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good evening. It's great to be a part of it. We're going to raid Folk Punk Dot for tonight. Give them some follows, say hey, and give them some good encouragement. They're trying really hard, and they're doing a good job. So from all of us here at Romhack Races, we'll see you next time. Don't forget, you matter. Your thoughts matter. Your heart matters. Your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives, and you matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret, and the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter, you too. I'll see you all again on Sunday if you want to come by my stream for some Earthbound, and I'll see you all in a little bit for another Romhack Race. Catch you next time. Be good to each other. Peace.